So here we have some allegations. You may have seen the footage. Some journalists getting battered, bloodied up, with juices and confectionaries thrown at them and stuff. You know, you may have heard about it. Everyone's talking about it. Have you heard about it? Did you hear about it? Probably heard about it over and over again. The fact of the matter is, it did happen. That's what I do know. And I've seen the video footage of it. Now, obviously, you don't know what happened beforehand. There's always got to be context to it, you know. But even if say he was there going, "Go on in, smash my fucking head in," doesn't mean you got to oblige him by smashing his head in, you know. That isn't necessarily what you've got to do with your day. You don't, you know. If someone says, "Please kick my chin into my skull," you don't necessarily have to do as he requests. Well, see, this is all hearsay. This is me just theorizing. But the interesting thing about this article is that allegations against Portland Antifa, latest effort by far-right activists to vilify the anti-fascist movement. Well, to vilify, basically trying to make it out as like a smear campaign. Well, see, a smear campaign is when you sort of smear people with convoluted, you know, made-up stuff, you know. I'd say fair enough if everything was made up, if they just made up the whole entire thing, but it isn't. So what they're trying to do is focus on aspects that have been overblown and aspects that have been made up. But it's the clickbait area, so, you know, it's outrage culture. Like, you know, a lot of people would want to jump on bandwagons for their side, aren't they, and try and go, "Well, look what happened here, and look, and this happened as well. I've got some," like, everyone wants to be the person like breaking some news or breaking some information in this sphere, isn't it? It's like going, "Well, I'll tell you this is what you might not have heard about." What's the best way to be ahead of the game by divulging information that no one else has heard yet? Fucking make it up. That's how you stay ahead. Who is your source? My imagination. So it's sort of, yeah, fair enough. Some people have jumped on and made some stuff up. But the fact is, the stuff that did happen is enough. So, you know, this is useless damage control. It's like saying, you know, "Well, you're a rapist." Well, yeah, I did rape that one woman, but I didn't rape those 6 others that everyone's saying I did. It's like, okay, well, bro, you're still a rapist, okay? That's enough. 1 is enough for us. I mean, you know, 20, it's like, okay, that's monstrous. And it's more like, how on earth did you get away with 20? That's what we're thinking. We're not thinking, oh, that's way worse than 1. Just thinking, oh God, that's just too many, you know? It's still bad, isn't it? Okay. So let's have a look what they say. So here's all the friendly people making their milkshakes. This is the how anyone prepares to attack fascism is by making milkshakes. That is kind of sums up 2019 in a nutshell of how far we've fallen in terms of just being a massive bunch of, you know, in history books, are they going to look back at this and well, if we still have books, the history dongle that's inside your brain, let's say, you can look back in this and go, wow. Go, oh, wow. What harsh times. Anyway, look, they've got some bro cups out and stuff. Rumours spread like wildfire on social media last weekend after clashes between far white, I just said like Jonathan Ross, far white demonstrators and counter-protesters in Portland, Oregon, spilled over into violence, and left conservative writer Andy No with facial injuries. That's what we know. And also, some old guy as well got battered as well. That was pretty horrendous. That's what I don't like. I've been seeing too many things about old people getting battered recently. Attacks on old people. It does not make me happy. Okay. On Twitter, prominent media figures accused protesters associated with Antifa, shorthand for anti-fascist or anti-fascism, you don't say, of throwing milkshakes laced with cement-like substance, while other users shared photos of what they claimed were bystanders who had suffered chemical burns from being hit with milkshakes. Before long, these claims made their way onto the pages of mainstream newspapers and reported as fact on television by outlets such as CNN. The fake news network. The problem? Many of those claims weren't true, and others are still nothing more than unsubstantiated rumours. Okay, so I can't verify right now whether they're rumours or true or not. Because at this point it doesn't matter. Okay? It just doesn't matter. What happened has happened. And this kind of thing is like, oh, well, people making stuff up in this day and age. This is like going, here's an unsurprising surprise for you. Here's something you already knew was probably going on. It's like, all right, we ain't interested in that. We're interested in what actually happened. So why are you talking about stuff that didn't happen yourselves? Okay? It's kind of pointless, isn't it? The allegation is just the latest effort by far-right activists to vilify the anti-fascist movement, serving as a cautionary tale for media outlets who often uncritically accept these deceptive narratives and pass them along as fact. Please. To vilify them. It's already been done. The damage was done. Okay? They just wanted some extra sprinklings. Okay? I don't think there's like, what, like, come on, man. The origins of a disinformation campaign. Oh, they've done some investigating. Most of the distorted, misleading and false claims about the events in Portland stem from a single tweet sent by Portland Police Bureau on Saturday, saying that officers had received information that some of the milkshakes thrown today contained quick-drying cement. So PPP, which is the Portland Police Bureau, between you and me, did not state where the information came from or whether it had been confirmed. They're fake news too. While there is video evidence of people drinking and frying milkshakes, the quick-drying cement claims remain unsubstantiated at this point. So they're unsubstantiated. Okay, so they reached out, the National Observer reached out to the Portland Police for clarification, but the Bureau did not respond to our inquiries. It's because no one's ever heard of you. I've never heard of you until someone shared your silly article. Portland Police did respond to an inquiry from Willamette Weeks' Katie Shepherd, telling her that they had received information during the event. Some people were mixing concrete-like substance into milkshakes, and the police lieutenant observed a cup that appeared to have material on it consistent with quick-dry cement. However, they did not confirm the information they shared in the initial tweet. So in the initial tweet, they didn't confirm the information they had found a cup with cement on it. Okay, so there's more evidence piling up against what you're saying. Oh, but they didn't say it in the tweet. Okay. Portland Mercury received a similar information from Portland police spokesperson who told the local paper they put on the tweet to bring attention to this potential hazard and to encourage people to contact us if they were the victim of a crime. Okay, well, it sounds like they're being responsible there. You know, potential threats is what we're talking about here. You know, like airports get shut down. Off, you know, train stations, bus stations, you know. I remember when Victoria bus station got shut down because of a potential threat of a bomb, because someone saw something. You know, that's the age we live in. You know, it's better be safe than sorry. It appears that one officer's recognition that a coconut milkshake. Now, what a waste of a coconut milkshake. It really upsets me. They're very expensive. Looks a little like wet cement convinced PPP to issue the worrisome tweet. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The rumours spread like wildfire. Oh, what? Rumours? Spreading like wildfire? Oh, never heard of it. So they created a firestorm. See, they're blaming the police. Well, they would do, wouldn't they? So former Rebel media employee Jack Posobiec, who currently works for the right-wing outlet One American News Network, was among the first and most vocal Twitter user pushing the unsubstantiated rumors about concrete milkshakes as fact. Okay, so quick-drying cement being mixed into milkshakes by Antifa. Obviously, you know, we don't know who was doing it. We don't quite know if it was true, but they had seen a cup with it on However, local reporter Shane Burley, who took the photo, debunked that suggestion, saying he watched the milkshakes being prepared and saw zero evidence that anyone was adding quick dry cement to the mixture. That's just one bunch of people mixing milkshakes. Was there just one particular area where they mix milkshakes these days? Others quickly joined in, distorting PBB's tweet, blah, 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 blah. So, alright. Yeah, before long, social media users and trolls, those fucking trolls, started piggybacking on an already distorted narrative, tweeting photos of what they claimed were acid burns caused by the milkshakes. One user posted a photo of a woman saying she suffered chemical burns and injuries from milkshakes mixed with corrosive cement mix, while another tweeted a photo of a hand with chemical burns, writing, "This is what those milkshakes you praise are doing to people." Okay, right, so you see it there. I mean, how many followers has main Tony Danzig 1? Really? See, look. It's all about misinformation being spread, but it's like, here's a photo spread by someone who is clearly not a real person. Tony Danzig 1, main like, come on. Like, this is the thing. If it suits your side of the story, then you will not question Tony Danzig 1, right? But if it doesn't suit your side of the story, you know, you're like, Tony Danzig 1, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, look at it and just go, you know, it's all about whether it suits you or not, isn't it? Oh, well, this suits my narrative, so therefore, I'm going to ignore the fact that he's clearly not a real person. Tony Danzig 1, main and T1 fat, like, come on. Javier Pan, who's got a picture that looks like Peter Pan. Like, come on, please. So basically, it goes on to say these photos were taken from Teen Vogue, which is about a spa treatment gone wrong, so it wasn't from any milkshake attack. Second image purportedly showing burns suffered from exposure to milkshakes is actually an old photo that appears widely in Google search results for chemical burns. Okay, so you did a little bit of research. Well, good for you for doing a bit of research. So despite being unsubstantiated, rumours of cement-laced milkshakes were widely reported as fact by right-wing outlets and mainstream media alike. Fox News reported the incident on Sunday, published a story with the headline, "Antifa conservative protest turned violent as demonstrators throw milkshakes of quick dry cement at police onlookers." That headline has since been altered on Tuesday. The same URL directed to an article with a headline reading, "Antifa Proud Boys confrontation in Portland turns violent, conservative writer injured." Okay, but I would hazard a guess that you, National Observer, whoever the fuck you are, do the same sort of thing. I can guarantee it. If I went to an archive website and had a look through your articles, what do you think I'm going to find? I wonder. But, you know, I've got better things to do. NBC News ran an article with a similar headline, "Demonstrators clash in Portland, Oregon, blah, 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 blah." So an ongoing disinformation campaign is what they're saying. Well, the assault no, the Conservative writer, is not in question. Much of the inflammatory information surrounding events of last weekend is either unsubstantiated or demonstrably false. These claims are part of a broader ongoing disinformation campaign aimed at vilifying anti-fascists and portraying the movement as violent and unruly. For the past several years, far-right activists have tried to falsely link Antifa to multiple mass shootings and other events such as train derailments. Okay. Well, it goes on and on and on to defend Antifa. But the thing is, it says, well, the assault on no, that is how you, I'm pretty sure that's how everyone's been pronouncing it, so I'm fine. I don't know why the G is in there. The G is pointless. Like, I'd hate to be a G in that name that just never gets used. Like, why am I here if you're not going to acknowledge my existence? You know, I feel sorry for the G in his name. So it's like, well, this is not in question. The thing is, everything that I've seen people talking about, I've heard a little bit being mentioned about cement shakes and whatever the fuck, but everyone's talking about this attack that happened on this guy and attacking on another guy where there's video evidence of it happening. That's what pretty much most people have been outraged and are talking about. Not many people are talking about the false photo of a chemical burns victim, alleged, you know, someone with chemical burns on their face, and that's been spread by someone called Tony Danzig 1. Okay, because I think other people clearly see that that's perhaps nonsense, and the real thing is the video that we can see. In an age where we haven't quite got CGI on our phones yet, that's that good. So that's what everyone's concerned about, and that's what everyone's outraged about, and it's genuine outrage because it actually happened. But to be there and going, There's a campaign of disinformation to make us look bad. When you've done something, there's 2 incidents in one weekend that makes you look bad. It's very desperate and silly that you try and that you'd even do this. You know, well, you know, they were making some, all sides are making up stuff all the time, and people, we know all this. This is nothing new. People making false claims and using distorted images, you know, images out of context, you know, taking a tweet and running with it and adding your own spits on top of it to make it spicier. Like, come on. For once, everyone's focusing on what actually did happen, and that's the concerning thing. So, like, you need to shut the fuck up. If someone started, like, if this is, imagine this is someone coming up to you, and their friend's gone and beat someone up, beat the fuck out of someone, like, barred him over the head, you know, robbed him as well. And you're going, yeah, what you did was fucked up. It's not right. And they go, yeah, but they've been saying that we also were throwing milkshakes with cement, and we weren't, so, like, they're totally trying to make us look like buggers. It's like, shut the fuck up. Is that not what would happen if this was, you know, if you were face to face with someone like that? Yeah, but, what? Shh. No. Excuse me. Shut the fuck up. There are adults paying attention, okay? All right? Let the adults do the fucking talking from now on. You silly little rat fuck.